Time now for a rent check. We are checking in with Andrew Nast. He's with Renters Warehouse Chicago, here to talk about what's going on in the rental market. Thank you so much for coming on our show today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
What's ahead for renters? Will rents be going up in the new year?
In the new year, rents will continue to rise here in 2017. Hot markets will continue to increase. Markets like Dallas and Seattle, which saw an increase of about 6 to 12% this past year, will continue to increase. Whereas markets like Chicago, New York, San Francisco, those will probably level off, if not dip a little bit.
But you say it's possible for renters to stay ahead of the game. So you have a list of resolutions that renters should be making, starting with do your homework.
Absolutely. Yeah, do your homework. So if you're going out there and looking for the best deal, it really boils down to assessing value. So compare the different properties to one another for your next home and get an idea of understanding what the landlord is looking for. So understanding that landlords are looking for income 3 times the monthly rent. And so as you're doing that, find the location that fits your budget. And if you are looking for a good deal, it might make sense to be able to offer them a longer term lease. Longer than 12 months will ultimately benefit the owner. So they might be willing to give you take less in rent because they have a longer term tenant, which avoids the most expensive aspect for them, which is tenant turnover.
It's like bulk buying at Costco. It's
Absolutely.
like take more for less. What about this one? You say it's important to reread the lease. Why is that?
At Renters Warehouse, we always advise tenants to read the lease prior to signing. As you're getting through your lease, which a lot of tenants are right now, as you're getting through your lease, it's important to be able to reread to understand a couple different aspects. One, with the upcoming year, if you're looking to sublet, understand what that language is. Here in Chicago, you have to allow sublets. Whereas across the nation, that might not necessarily be the case. So read your lease from that perspective. And then upon move-outs, understanding what's expected of you, right? So understanding that if there's a cleaning fee, make sure you're cleaning the appliances, make sure you're patching holes, whatever it takes to be able to get your full funds back.
Right, you say make the right repairs. So what are those right repairs?
Sure. Right repairs being anything from filling in the holes on the wall. So as you're taking down your pictures, fill in the holes, to steam cleaning the carpet, to cleaning inside the appliances, the oven, the refrigerator, you name it. Just ultimately leaving the place better than the way you found it will ensure you get your funds back.
And also ask for perks. I didn't know you could do this.
You can. So if the rent amount is not necessarily negotiable, we certainly recommend asking for others items such as new paint, right? So if the place needs fresh paint, ask for fresh paint. If a unit needs new carpet, maybe they'll be willing to do that. Touch-ups here and there. We certainly recommend getting a little creative because as rents are scaling, they might not be negotiable, but they might be creative with offering some different options that ultimately benefit the owner long term.
And last on your list, it's time to break old bad habits in the new year. What are some of the bad habits?
Well, I don't know if there's any bad habits that are going to change year to year. We always recommend leading with honesty and open communication. When it comes to maintenance particularly, a lot of tenants believe that notifying their landlord of certain issues might be an issue. But in this case, landlords want to know exactly what's going on. You're their eyes and ears in the unit. So let them know if there's any issues, big or small, so that they can avoid bigger repairs down the road.
We hope to have you back.
Absolutely. Thank you.